Hello. Thank you for joining us on this live. Today, we are going to discuss some seriously effective strategies to stand out and get noticed. And we're going to go ahead and break down what it is that, ladies, we are doing so wrong, and they're actually getting us the opposite results that we want. And I see we have real business growth with us. Thanks for joining. We really, I don't know where we get this from either. I took some time to think about it, and Erica and I were having a discussion. I was like, we just need to let the people hear this discussion because I know that this can bless a number of individuals. Okay. And y'all, we missed y'all. Listen, we have been on vacation. Oh, cohort of before Boaz got started. We need to take some time off, but now we back like we never left. And we are ready to bless you all with some insights and some strategies that you can immediately apply. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
How are you?
I'm good, gorgeous. How are you doing?
I'm feeling rejuvenated. The time off that we took really helped. Just come back packing a punch. Okay.
Yes.
And I got my tea because
And I let my edge down. We about to come for y'all's.
Look,
Okay.
you're gonna be safe. You're gonna be safe. Edges won't be going anywhere. So hello, everyone. Thank you all for being with us. I know it's been a minute, but we want to get right to it and help you understand what you can do to stand out and get noticed. Okay. So Erica, we were talking about this earlier. You shared a perspective that I thought was just that fire. Okay.
Okay.
So what would you say to a young lady that's like, I don't understand what the problem is. I've been dating these guys. It seems like everything is just going left. It's like they lose interest too soon, or they only interested in one thing. It's like I'm not attracting the type of people I want to attract. And it just seems like, soon as they swipe left, swipe right, it's always somebody else. So what can I do to stand out and get noticed? As much as we hear that a lot, what would you say to that young lady?
Well, this is the analogy that I give. Let's say that color. Shanoria, you're a red. I'm a yellow. And so on and so forth. We got some greens, we got some orange, we got some pink. Every woman represents a color. So from a man's perspective, if I've tried some reds, if I've tried some pinks, if I've tried some oranges, if I've tried these colors and they just didn't work for me, insanity says don't do things that don't produce anything further than where we've gotten thus far. If I want to go further, if I want something that is going to be a long-term relationship, if I'm ready for the person that came for me, that didn't work. So I'm a yellow, but I see that the reds and the oranges and the greens and the purples, they're popular for whatever reason. They wear their hair a certain type of way. They dress a certain type of way. They hang out in certain spots. So now I'm thinking in order for me to attract a man, I got to do what the purple do. I got to do what the red do. I got to do what the orange do. But then that man is looking over you because instead of being true to who you are in being that color and being that vibrant yellow, whatever your characteristic is, now you are masking yourself with somebody else's characteristics as if you are a replica of that color, a clone of that color. And now he not even looking at you, he looking over you because he done tried you, but he don't even know that he didn't. He's never tried you because you pretending to be something else or someone else or something else that's not authentically you. And so you're like, oh, well, that's judging a book by its cover. No, he's judging what you're giving.
Yes.
So you know how people will say, oh, birds of a feather, they flock together. So if you're not a hoe, don't act like a hoe. Don't hang around a hoe.
Oh, Jesus.
He's not saying that you're a hoe. He's saying you walking like one, you talking like one, you are hanging around a whole bunch of them, even though that's not even you, even though you're a yellow and you're not a blue, that's not you. He can't tell because what you're presenting is like the other things that he's tried that he knows does not do
Yeah.
anything for him, the area of progress. So he's not even gonna look at you. So my
Not at all.
response is be who you are, everything that God made you to be. If God made you yellow, if God made you vibrant, if God made you bright, be that. Don't dim yourself. Don't dumb yourself down to try to fit in to what other people are doing. And we're not saying that we're not shaming no other color or no other woman. Everybody is their person within their own right. Nobody can be you though, like you can
Right.
be you. And a man will notice that, and he will take notice when, whether he's looking or not looking, your yellow is just as vibrant and as bright as it was when you walked in versus when you walked out. And him looking and seeing doesn't make a difference.
Yes. And he can't see you. I like what you said earlier. He can't see you because you're not being the real you. You look
Mm-hmm.
like a replica of somebody else, or even if it's not somebody else, he's not recognizing that you came from him because he didn't produce that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the sooner you step into who you are, who God put you here to be, what it is you are to be doing, then he will recognize you and your works and your attributes and then say, wait, I think that might be her. Let me dig deeper. And I don't understand what it is with us women where we're like, we look at men and it's not even so much judgments, but we make assessments as soon as we
Mm-hmm.
see them about
Mm-hmm.
whether we think they're worth our time. Should we even talk to them? Should we have that cup of coffee? Should we give the digits? I mean, all of that are decisions that we make based upon what is presented to us. But then when it comes to us, it's like, oh, well, you need to really get to know me. And just because of this doesn't mean that. No, that's exactly what it means. That's exactly what it means. And that snapshot moment of someone making a decision of whether or not they want to invest their energy into you.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm convinced this is where we're going wrong. It's like we want grace, but we're not extending grace. We
There it
want
is.
mercy, but we're not extending those mercies. I need you to have it all together. I need you to
Mm-hmm.
be absolutely 100% everything that I asked God for right here in my face, or else
Mm-hmm.
we can't chat. But then with me, I need you to work with me though. I need you to work with me. My credit
Mm-hmm.
score ain't what it's supposed to be. I need you to work
Uh-huh.
with me because I got a couple pounds I still need to lose. I need you to
Uh-huh.
work with me because I know I need to get another tire on my car. I've been on that one for a while, but that's okay. I need you to work with me because I didn't finish school. I need you to work with me because I know you don't have kids, but I do have kids. I
Mm-hmm.
need you to work with me, but I ain't
Mm-hmm.
working with you.
Right.
So that's one end. But then
Mm-hmm.
we go to the other end. Come with to the other end.
Okay.
And that is, you recognize everything that I just said, but instead of working on that, okay, instead of making yourself the priority and investing in yourself before you expect someone else to invest in you, you say, it's easier for me to just lower my standards. And
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't finish school, because my credit is what it is, because I didn't replace the tire on my car, I'm going to get with someone that I know I would never marry. And that is the number one mistake we can make. Whether you are a man or a woman, the number one piece of advice I would give, and I have a reel about this, is never date someone you wouldn't marry.
Mm. So
For
should I
what? Go ahead, honey.
is that for a lack of a better word, just being lazy? Because
I
you're
mean,
you're wanting somebody to accept you for where you are versus
yeah.
getting where you know you need to be and then allowing somebody to say, okay, this is what I was looking for from you. Because sometimes people will see us, men will see, we have seen women, we have seen men, or God will say, that's your husband, but not right now. And if we see a man or a man sees us and they know we still have some stuff that we need to work on and get together, they won't even approach, especially if they listening to the
Yeah.
father.
Okay, maybe I guess I need to let you one part. Let's break it up. they won't approach. Yes, they will to get some. If it look like you gonna give me a little something, I'm gonna get what you giving, baby. It just look like perhaps you not the one I'm going to be with for life. Because as you said, if you're not a hoe, stop looking like one, stop acting like one, stop moving like one, right? If that's not how you want to be treated. But if you out here tempting these men, I'm coming in. Let me get closer. If you out here tempting these men, bending over, breasts out, all of that, why you mad when he hitting you up trying to see if you can twerk some? That's what you're advertising. And no, I'm not saying, oh, if you have on short shorts, you deserve to be raped. Don't come for me with that foolishness. Everyone has a requirement to be responsible for their own piece parts, okay? Their own bodies, their own actions. What I'm saying is the devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And if you don't understand how you can be used as a Jezebel type temptress, then you're disillusional, dear, okay? Men are doing the best that they can, giving what we are giving. What are we presenting? What are we bringing to the table? Are you presenting yourself like you're someone who can be taken home to mama? Or you're presenting yourself as someone who can be taken home tonight? Like, I don't understand. Like, I mean, come on, boo. Like, we've all been there. I know.
Right.
We attended a black college, you know, HBCU Pride. So we know the game. Like this, we new to this. No, true to this. Okay. At the same time, let me go back to what I said. Why date someone that you wouldn't marry? If you have a reason, put it in comments. I want to learn today. What is the benefit of dating someone you wouldn't marry? What I see is the possibility for unnecessary heartbreak, scarring, trauma, and possibly children. And you know you don't want no child with this dude. You like, no. But you twerked some a few times. You was doing something strange and you ain't even get no change. And now it is what it is. You know, and now it's mama's baby, papa's maybe, because he didn't even plan to see you Sunday. We got to take responsibility. So when you say, is it being lazy? Yes, it's time to take care of ourselves, to embrace our power, recognize who we are, who we were made to be. And we need to walk in that. Our glow up need to show up, okay? Take care of you, boo. And when women say, well, I am taking care of me. No, and that's why I made the reel. Like a heightened level. Like, you know, when the last time you had microdermabrasion? See how you out here just using Dove thinking you good. Baby, you telling me, oh, I want a 6-figure man. There's another level. There's levels to this. Okay? So if you're trying to get up there in financial level, then your habits need to match that. Right? Like, what do women that attract that level of man do regularly? If you're saying you are a God-fearing man, a man who doesn't just know God but fears God, what does that look like? And how do you match that? Do you look like you fear God? Let me say this again. If I look at your feet, do it look like you fear God? Oh.
That's good.
I'm trying to figure this out. And no disrespect. We have friends who are strippers. We're from Atlanta, okay? We know. We get it. We get it. And we still want to present this truth. And you know what? I forgot about this, Erica. Let's talk about this. Here it is, ladies. I can't get no more clear than this. There's plasticware and then there's fine china. You out here being like plasticware, which you can find at any fast food restaurant. Plasticware is abundantly available. Plasticware is quick and easy. Plasticware gets the job done swiftly. And then what do we do with plasticware? We dispose of it. When guests come to our house, they don't see no plasticware. When mama come around, we get rid of the plasticware. And what do we get out? Our fine china. Fine china doesn't get used as often. Fine china doesn't get all that much attention. Not regularly. Like fine china just sitting up there like it's forgotten.
Ooh, that's good. That's good.
But really, fine china is being preserved. It's out of respect. You ain't about to eat no cheeseburger off that. Okay? That's the difference between plasticware and fine china. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
y'all go back to Chris Brown's song, Fine China. You want to be fine china? Well, guess what? It takes a lot longer to make fine china than it
Mm-hmm.
does plasticware.
Mm-hmm.
Fine china, it made in bulk like plasticware.
That's true. That is true.
So much fine china is hand paint. Girl, stop. I can't. Fine china. What are you doing to preserve yourself and present yourself as
Mm-hmm.
fine china? Or are you presenting yourself as plasticware, replaceable? Just another spork out here for the streets. I mean, if you break, I just go get another one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Tell me, what are we doing to present ourselves as fine china? Hey, Queen, what are we doing? How are we showing up as fine china versus plasticware? And so Erica, to you, when you see two men on the street, if you see
Mm-hmm.
two men, how would you know that one man is plasticware and one man is fine china?
Well, I'll say this. It's easy to identify something that you are a part of. So vice versa. A man can identify what came from him. So if I can say, oh, I can look at my fiance and say, I came from him
Yes.
because I can identify my whole self from the man that God took me from. And a man, the same thing when he looks at you.
Yes.
And that is what I was, I guess, trying to say earlier. If a man is looking at you and he can tell that there are parts of him that's in you, but he know you're not ready yet, that's what I mean by there will be no approach. Because the man that God actually has for you, that whom he actually took you from, he's willing to not touch you until you're ready to
Ooh.
be everything that you need to be with him, because he know he ready to take off. And he
Yes.
to put anything that came from him in a predicament to where it can't live up to its full potential and be ready to take those next steps. So, yes, a man that don't really too much care about what your next week with him will look like, that's fine. He'll try you up. He'll try you today. He'll try you tonight, and he'll try you tomorrow morning to see when you gonna cave and when you gonna fold. But the man that you actually came from, he not even gonna touch you, because if you're not ready, that's not even attractive to him at this point. He wants you ready because he ready. So
Come through.
I will just say, I know what I came from and I know what that looks like. So if you're not being found or seen, then either one of two things. Maybe the one that you came from hasn't seen you yet, the real you, the yellow you,
The real
or
you, the inner you.
you just not ready yet. So he's
Yes.
seen you. He just know that you're not ready to take these next steps.
Yes. And that is why we do what we do. We're not just here to beat up on ladies and, have just negative energy. The point is to identify what the root cause is so that we can
Mm-hmm.
resolve it, so that we can get you where you need to be. We can take you along that journey. We can help you transform and get to where the man that you came from recognizes you as being ready to be unified with him. Okay. To come together in a covenant and move forward. And so when you said, hey, the man that you came from doesn't mind waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
Translation. So if you're dealing with a dude and you're trying to decide, okay, are you the one? My discernment is weak. I don't know. If he keeps trying you, the
Mm-hmm.
answer is no.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's just call it a thing. If he always trying to get down in between and you've already communicated to him what he desires to do, then that may be a man who knows God, but no, that's not a man who fears God, because if it was a man who fears God, he would be afraid to try to open that up before it's time. And y'all
Mm-hmm.
think that this is not possible. It's just not possible for you because you're not picking from the right pool of men. You keep picking from the pool of men who want to say one thing and do another. Okay? And let me tell you something. If you make the mistake of becoming hinged with a man who says one thing and does another when he's dating you, be ye clear. He will say one thing and do another when he's married to you. It won't change. Like, you get a ring, it doesn't mean, oh, all of a sudden, baby, we together, we brand new. No, it's saying you with rings on and a piece of paper that acknowledges to all and the government that you all have stood before and maybe in this country, you know, depending on your faith, made a covenant with the Lord and to be one. Like, it don't change their behavior. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's no scripture that says they are reborn when they say their vows. Like, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. You can't make that make sense. That's why it's so important. That's why when you're single, this is a blessed season, honey, because you
Mm-hmm.
can curate what's coming next by being selective and exclusive with your
Yeah.
energy.
Say the last word again. Say the
Being
last word.
selective and exclusive with your energy. Okay?
I am going to share with you something that I have a teenage niece, and I was having a conversation with her, me and my fiance, and the one thing he told her, and I was like, "Hey girl," the one thing he told her, and I was like, "Say that." And at 17, we got to give her the truth. We got to give her the game. The word of the day was exclusivity. If everybody can have access to you, the one that you want to be interested in you will not. So we call them high value men. And my niece, they call, oh, he's that guy, right? He's that guy. When that guy sees you talking to this guy or somebody beneath who he is, you automatically become unattractive to him because he's saying if he could get her, she ain't ready for me. Did you hear what I said?
Say it again. Say it
If
again.
and if that guy, we're gonna say that guy, the guy,
Mm-hmm.
if he sees you entertaining, talking to, wasting your time, giving your energy to this guy, he's not interested in you
Come on
because
now.
you not him. You still playing little leagues. This is the big leagues.
Yes.
Okay? You still batting on the podium where you got to put your ball up there and like I don't want it easy. I want it to be right. And
Ooh!
this is what I told my niece. Exclusivity. Somebody getting your number should be a job.
Come on now. Mm. And see, that's why I say energy. I'm not just saying your sex. Oh, you know I was ready, girl. I'm not just saying your sex, baby, your energy, my presence. I don't even attend events if the energy ain't on my level. Come on now. I can't be seen in no photos that's going to be looking like it's cheap. I got to protect myself. I got to protect my brand. I got to protect my me. I got to protect my faith. Come on now. And so I got to protect my family. I got to protect these eggs. Can't have just anybody fertilizing these eggs, baby. That's no. We raising heirs around here. Okay. It's the level up for me. I don't know what y'all do. I can't see y'all down there. We got to get up here. So how do we do that? We stand out. Let's review. You be the color that you are. Be who you are.
Mm-hmm.
If you cannot be who you are, that's that inner work we need to do. There's nothing
Yeah.
you can put on or around you that's going to change what's missing
Yeah.
on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say that again. There's nothing we can put on or around you that's going to change what's missing on the inside. You can glue that lace front all day long, baby. You can lay it, spray it, and relay it. And let me tell you something. It is not going to attract what you desire. You look like
Yeah.
every other girl on IG anyway. We see the line right here, boo. Like, what? Don't get me started. And another thing, go off, Shnoria, I'm ready. And another thing, all right, you know, we advocate for the women that are in our circles and the men too. You know, we're Christ followers. We're trying to do our best to
Mm-hmm.
alleviate the mess and walk in alignment with our assignment and honor God with our lives. And so when
Mm-hmm.
I'm working with women and they choose to not be sexually active, which I respect, you know, that's a noble thing. I want to be clear though. They tell me, oh, I'm saving myself for my husband. You're honoring God with your body. That's what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You're not just saving yourself for your husband. You're honoring God with your body. You're honoring
Mm-hmm.
what God has called you to do. You recognize the worth that is in you, and you don't want to get out of order of what God has going on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? When you just
Mm-hmm.
say, I'm saving myself for my husband, number one, you assume that you're going to have a husband. That's not promised to everybody. That's why I don't want you to get this thing mixed up. Yes, working
Mm-hmm.
for us, you will attract the type of men that are interested in who you really are, your color, and you will make yourself be more visible to the man that is here for you, if that is what God has in your future. When you're walking around saying, oh, I'm just saving myself for my husband, you assume you have a husband, number one. But number two, you take away what's supposed to happen in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm just saving, just sit it right there. Just save it. It's like a savings account. I don't have one no more. You know why? Because money that's not moving is losing value. Oh, I'm gonna come for y'all edges now. Money that's not moving is losing value. Why? Because of inflation. Everything moves. Everything changes. Your money need to be moving. It need to be making money and making money and making money. Secure the bag. Coins make coins. That's why everybody in Before Boaz has a year-long membership with Denzel, the finance geek, because everybody around us, coins are making coins. We don't live in brokenness. We move in abundance. So if you are not moving, honey, then you are not increasing your value. If you're just saving yourself for your husband instead of investing in yourself until the Lord blesses you, you are
Yeah.
not even continuing to keep pace with everybody else around you. Now, go off, Shanori. I'm gonna go ahead and do it today. It's the first time we've been back. She ready. So let's talk about this thing. We say, well, you say you shouldn't compare yourself to other women. You shouldn't compare yourself to other women. Absolutely, there's no comparison. I'm the only Shanoria. Thank you very much. She's the only Erica. Thank you very much. You'll never find another duo like this. I don't care where you look and what you do. But please be clear. Please be clear. We in this generation where everybody gets a trophy if they participate. That's made some things a little confusing for you. To say that we don't compete with each other is a lie. We compete with each other in school. We compete with each other at the grocery store. We compete with each other to get that parking spot. We compete with each other every day. Okay? Don't compare, but you will have to compete. So what are you doing to invest in yourself and in your future so you can be seen as your authentic self by the man that you came from, to recognize that you have done what you needed to do so you would grow and matriculate and be where you need to be on his arm, and for y'all to make your coins, make coins, and grow heirs together. What have you done lately?
But we'll wait.
When I say, when's the last time you had microdermabrasion? Y'all look crazy at me. That is not some outlandish care.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, yes, doing your nails and toes is fine. That's cool. Go take it another level. Take it another level. When is the last time? You know, if you have yellowing teeth, whiten those things. Take it to another level. Like, why are we walking around with the butter bars? Why? I don't care nothing about the girl next to you. I'm talking about you. It ain't about comparing your teeth to my teeth. I'm just looking at your teeth right now.
You play too much.
I don't play these. You want to walk up to a dude that's got everything you want to have, that fears God, and you can't even grab no Crest white strips off the shelf at your local grocer? Make it make sense. That doesn't work. Come on now. Are we using what's accessible to us to invest in self so we are at least keeping pace with what is going on in the life around us? Like,
well, the thing that we have to go back to consistently, we have to go back to this. The motive for why you do what you do, that's important. My motive for, and I've said this on different occasions in some of our sessions, our intimate sessions, and in some of our live sessions. Doing what I did, taking a break off of dating, going actually through deliverance, learning how to discern from God, learning how to hear from God, learning how to be okay with dating myself. I dated myself.
Go off, Erica.
Learning those things, that was not a motive for me to find a man. That was a motive for me to be happy with myself. And when I saw every nigga I can't, every man, Lord, I'm about to get hood. Every man I came across at the grocery store, at the gas station, when I was going to the car dealership, when I was going to the movie, they was like, where you going? Who you with?
Where?
And because it wasn't my motive to get a man, when I got attention from a man, it didn't make a difference to me. It was like, thank you and have a great day. Boom. But I didn't care about that. Wow. So when I saw what I came from, because everything else, all of the noise drowned out. All of the distractions were gone. I wasn't thirsty. I wasn't parched. I wasn't looking for nothing. I was looking for myself to be happy, to be whole, to be content, whether I was here or whether I was here.
Yes.
That is what I was looking for. So when God allowed me to be okay with me, then he let me see me in the man I was supposed to be with. And that's when I was like, well, thank you, Lord. This is a great cherry on top.
Come on,
but
now.
So that is what Shanoria means when she says invest into. Don't just be sitting there twiddling your thumbs.
I'm waiting.
Thinking that, okay, I'm going to go get microdermabrasion so that the man sees my wallet. No. So that you can look in the mirror and be like, queen, you a queen, whether you laying on these sheets in your bed or whether you got on a full face and you stepping out. You a queen with a crown everywhere and anywhere you go. Without a person on your arm, without a companion in your life. Like the goal. Be good with you. Be okay with your color. If you are red, be a red. If you are orange, be an orange. If you are green, be okay with being you. And that is the goal that we're trying to get you ladies to.
Yes. Go off. Now let's give some love to the comments. Y'all been acting up. So let's see. So yes. No comparison, but we are out here competing with each other. Yes, get the Invisalign. Invest. I did Invisalign. I sure did. And I was single, one income when I did it. As a matter of fact, I was on my journey of dating myself when I got Invisalign. Now that I never put that together, but I sure was. Baby, I still got the retainer you wear at night. Listen, and I ain't even have what's out here. I ain't had no snaggletooth situation. The girl was HBCU queen with the smile I was born with. Okay, don't come for me. But I still wanted to, when I went to that orthodontist, see, that's the thing. Y'all out here going to the dentist. I went to the orthodontist. Level up, boo. Level up. There's generalists and there's specialists.
Ooh,
specialized. Okay? There's generalists and there's specialists. When you want to get to another level, you ain't doing the general stuff. There's no more plastic wear. This is fine china and specialists. Okay. I'm gonna keep moving. She said, I feel the same way with men that do not take care of their oral and physical hygiene. That's an absolute no. I wish somebody would come up to me with that breath hat like that. Oh no, don't burn my eyelashes, boo. That's a no. Talking to, don't hide your smile anymore. Exactly. When you're in an element where you feel like you have to hide your smile, I'm telling you, you begin to feel like you're not bringing a full deck to the table and you accept things that you know you don't really want to accept. So I love this, Gigi. How did you date yourself? What were the things that you did for yourself? And Gigi said, I had braces. I know the retainer. Like, yeah, boo. I mean, you know, the thing is, it's not that we're perfect. We're always working on ourselves to be a better version of ourselves. Don't ever stop growing, learning, and improving upon yourself. Come on. Go on, Shanoria. I think I will, girl. It's our first day back, girl.
And to add that does not stop because you get joined with another person.
It better turn up.
Turn up. Shanoria, you better turn up. Listen.
Turn up.
the investments that you put in yourself before you became a wife, a mother, a companion, whatever. You was born by yourself with yourself.
Come on now.
So the responsibility to grow yourself continues even as you add these other hats.
Yes.
And
yes.
when you do that the best, you do those things the best, because now you're bringing your best self into these other areas of your life. When you perfect the foundation, it flows into every other area. And also, to answer that question, I literally...
Hold up, don't yet. Hold on, hold that thought. We're gonna come back. Because I want to encourage somebody real quick, based off what you just said, because I know that's going to take us somewhere else. And that's this. Do not cheapen your journey as you're investing in yourself. You want to be with a man who doesn't mind lavishing you with attention, time, gifts, and love. So make sure you are lavishing yourself. When you want to learn how to improve upon things, when you want to move to the next level, when you want to straighten your teeth, there's decisions you have to make. And that's why it's called an investment, because you got to take from something and put somewhere else on faith that something's going to grow. Come on. You got to take from something and put it somewhere on faith that something's going to grow and result from it. So when you say, I want to level up, I want to level up in life, love, and money. You know, that's what we do. We help you level up in life, love, and money, honey. But you don't want to even invest the time. Girl, bye. Like, that's not how it works. I mean, if you're looking for a Burger King type of a level up, we're not it for you. And we're not going to guide you towards those type of men. Again, that's that plasticware type of life. We do fine China. We do fine China. So don't misunderstand. What we're telling you is to see yourself as the prize that God says you are, and invest in yourself. The time, the attention, the focus, and the finances to do what you can do for you while you're just with you. And then you will be seen as being true. And then the one from whom you came from will see you and be like, girl, where you been? You've been hiding.
Yes. You've been hiding.
You've been hiding. Where you been? You've been hiding. Come out. Invest in you. You can spend how much money on lunch each week, but then when we're talking about investing in yourself, you go broke in the brain. I'm not here for it. Listen. When you get serious about a thing, you will invest in that thing. And the most important thing you can invest is your time, because that's the number one thing we cannot return to you. You don't even want to give yourself time. You don't have to go to the nail salon to get your toes done. If you're doing a flexibility challenge, you can touch your toes. Get down there and do them yourself. Invest your time. Do you scrub your feet? When the last time you scrubbed your feet in the shower? Look like you've been kicking flour. Invest time. The scrubby thing is like $1 on Amazon. I'm not here for it. If you want to elevate to another type of life, if you want to move out of this poverty mindset and complex, you want to live in abundance, you want to believe all that God says about you is true, walk in it. Walk in it. If you believe you are royalty, then stop acting like a peasant. Bet on you. Invest in you. And that even goes for business, because a lot of y'all don't know and realize that all the women in Before Boaz have access to our nonprofit, which is the Shepreneur Success Society, wherein we help women start and grow profitable businesses. Why? Because we understand financial stability is the foundation that women need to be comfortable and confident in every part of their life. That's already built into what we do. It's just one part, but it's built in. You don't have to start your own business, but if you want to, you got options. And that's what we're saying. Don't cheapen your own investment, but expect that dude to come boss up and invest in you. Okay, he is not Peter Pan. He's not Robin Hood. He's not Prince Charming. He's looking for a complement to his level up. Be an asset, not a liability. Okay, drink water, hair mask, body exfoliator. Come on now, exfoliate. Like it. And we'll do another live where we go over all the products. But the ladies in Before Boaz get all of this. Like,
yes. Mhm.
Like, this is already, that's why we are so exclusive, because it's baked in. Because you remember those old TV shows where you go in looking one way, and at the end of the show, they be looking, they make them.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it
That's
is. But let's answer this question. You was about to tell, what did you
Gigi.
do and how did you date yourself?
Well, Shanora, you kind of touched on it a little bit. You said, God is like, stop hiding yourself. Be you. And that's just not um in a spiritual inward. I'm not really comfortable with who I am. I'm hiding my personality. I'm hiding my characteristics, but also hiding yourself in your house. So after God was getting me together, I was got, and I'm still hiding in the house as if I'm not secure and confident as to who he has made me to be in my authentic self. He was like, "Why don't you go to dinner?" And I'm like, I don't have nobody. You don't like yourself that much to go to dinner with yourself?
You can
Why
eat.
don't you go to a movie? God, I don't have nobody. What's wrong with you? You don't like spending you? I remember I started taking 2 Saturdays out of the month to take myself to dinner and a movie. It was 2 movies that was out that I liked. I would go and see 2 movies, and I would rest. I mean,
Yes.
rest. Like
Yes.
I was going out with a male, but I was going out with me,
Yes.
because I shouldn't be motivated to look good for another person, but then walk around ragged. Do I love?
Get that together.
How much do I love me? So I would get dressed, put on my best. You
Come
know how
on
we be
now.
like, save this for this. I bought this outfit for that. I would put it on, and I
Yes.
will go to the movies, or I will go to a show, or I
Yes.
will go to a fine. Not I wasn't taking myself to McDonald's. I wasn't taking myself to Burger King. I
Come on.
wasn't taking myself to Waffle House. I was going to Bonefish Grill down the street from my house. Like
Yes.
I was restaurants,
Yes.
sitting down, or and spending time with myself. I was being at peace with the whole woman that God had made me to be, and being in a space that nobody else occupied besides me and God. I became comfortable there.
Mm.
I was very comfortable. I was very satisfied.
Yes.
I was very satisfied. That is how I dated myself. Even when it came down to personal care, I am one of those women. I can't shave every week. I will not mow that lawn. I can't do it. I'm not going to do it. And I talked to that guy, and he's like, "Well, what do you want to do? What do you want to do?" He was asking me, "What do you want to do for yourself? Because this is something that you are responsible for."
Right.
I said, "I can do that." I literally made an investment to do laser hair removal. That
Yeah.
is my self. Nope, I didn't do it for a man. I didn't do it for the reasons of, okay, I got to be pretty all the time and I don't want nobody to look at my leg. I did not want to physically do that work for
Yeah.
the rest of my life. That was an investment that I made in myself.
Come on now.
These are things that I did as a woman. And I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure Shanoria did
Yeah.
maybe similar things or different things, but it's personal.
It's
How
personal.
you date yourself, that's personal to what you like, to the
Mm-hmm.
places that you go, to how adventurous you are. But be okay with taking yourself out on dates.
And let's go deeper. So with me and my journey, I also took a year off dating. Erica took years. I took a solid year off dating. And let's
You
be
took
clear,
more,
huh?
you took more than a year, because you remember you had to start over.
Yes, I did have to start over. We fall down and we get back up again. So I did take more, but I'm saying there was a solid calendar year where there was no Netflix and chill. There was no phone call. There was no nothing. The girl was weak. I had to start over. Y'all had to start over. I had to invest in me. Look, here's the thing. First thing I did was I separated myself.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to grow around people who already expect you to be who you have been.
Mm.
Come through. I had to get away from everyone. I moved from Atlanta to DC. I got away. I separated myself so I had the room to grow. Like a new plant going into the ground, I needed new roots. First of all, that's how I dated myself. Second of all, so even while married, date yourself. Okay, Gigi, I'm gonna come get you. I'm gonna come get you. Yes. Let me take my answer straight to your second question. So I got away from everybody else. And I did what Erica is saying. And we didn't talk about this, but it's amazing. We did very similar things. But on another level, I got to know myself. I asked myself date questions so that I would know the answers for real the next time the man that I came from would ask me. Because there were questions I couldn't answer, such as, I say I want a God-fearing man. So what does that look like? What does a God-fearing man do? And what would indicate to me that someone is not God-fearing if I see it? And would cause me to stop in my tracks and not proceed any further. Come on now. What was my role in the failure of my past relationships, and what did I pretend not to know? Why didn't I listen to myself when I had a thought that things were going left and I kept going right? That's how I dated myself. I became accountable and responsible for the things that I had done, for the steps that I had taken, for the paths that I had trod, so that when it came time for me to speak about these later in life, I would actually know my own story. Instead of just barreling ahead, not knowing what in the world I'm doing, just out here just for the streets. Okay, just out here for the streets, just going to the next dude, whoever calling, whoever just, who want to invest in me. Like, that's another thing. Having men with money can be a little bit of a distraction too, because they'll just put money on you and then that will distract you from what it is you're really here to do. Okay. So whether it's a lot of money or a little bit of money, having that time alone, separate from everybody else, I learned what I like to do. I learned what time I like to wake up. Not when everybody else wake up. I learned where I wanted to go on vacation, not where my friends are planning their trips, right? Like, there are things that I figured out about myself. There are things that I didn't know and hadn't experienced that I wanted to experience with someone else. And then let me tell you what happened. When I would take myself to wineries, for example, the same wineries my husband and I go to regularly, I would sit out there and I would then say, God, one day I know you're going to let me come here with my man. I know you are. I'm believing it, God. I know, I feel it. I feel you sitting here with me now, and I thank you. And I see the vision that I one day, and there's power in me going out there now with my sons running. So when y'all see that reel where I was swishing the words across the top and we're at a winery, my kids running through the grapevines, y'all don't know the power of that, because you don't know, you weren't there when I was sitting there alone. Alone, couldn't see my future, didn't know what was coming, but said, Lord, by faith, I'm gonna believe that you're gonna take me from where I am to where I'm going. And that makes me more grateful. Come on now that I'm a wife. So let's go around to being married. So because I took that time to value myself, my time, and the empty space that I felt, God, I feel like you telling me somebody gonna come fill this space. But I won't appreciate them if I don't realize there's a space here to begin with. If I don't make room in my life for a man to come in, if I don't do the things I want to do and be seen for, so that when he comes, I don't mind submitting to him. If I don't identify what it is a man would have to do so that I do submit to him, I had to go around that. So here we go. So now that I'm married, I appreciate my husband. But it's not just that I appreciate my husband, because it ain't about flesh and blood. When I look at my husband, I see how God loves me. Because I remember before he was here in the flesh, I felt that he was coming in the spirit. So whether I like him today or whether I hate him today, because he done made me mad, Lord Jesus, I know I see God in you. When I look into your eyeballs, I see God in you. And I know that God is loving me through you. When I don't know how you, because the people closest to you will hurt you the most. So when somebody hurts you, what makes you stay there with them if you don't see the God in them? And if you don't know how to date yourself when you're single, you're going to struggle when you get married, because you won't be together all the time. It's possible to feel lonely inside of your marriage. It's possible to not know what to do with yourself while you marry. How are you going to maintain your peace and joy when y'all are at odds? Because anybody who tells you that you won't be at odds with your spouse is a lie. So by dating myself when I was single, by being secure in self when I was single, that kept me secure in self when I was married. So when my husband leaves to go to the gym, because he likes to work out at night when it's not as crowded, I'm okay being here with myself and the kids, because I knew how to be there with myself on my own. I know how to plan accordingly to do those things I want to do to upkeep myself, so they don't conflict with the time I have to spend with him, because I don't see that as a negative thing taken taking away, I see that as a positive thing, something I was waiting for. And when you get to the point where God feels you're ready, you and that person will be guided to each other. And only then. And because why would God give his child something that wasn't ready for him? These men are God's children too. It's not just us that are just wonderful queens of God. These men are sons and kings of God. So the Lord is like, I'm going to protect you and keep you as well. I'm only going to give you the best. And lastly, and then I'm going to hush because listen, I'm coming in hot. Lastly, one of the reasons why y'all aren't experiencing this abundance and really meeting kings and moving in this energy is because you're acting like other colors. You're not acting like you set apart. When you're in the kingdom, you are set apart. You are not like everybody else. 90% of the people you are scrolling through, they aren't like you. So stop acting like them.
Why?
Be you and be true. If you know that you are lonely, you don't have to put up all these pictures of bull crap trying to make everybody else believe your life is great. That is not real, and half the time we see through it. And even if we don't, you glass houses, you're gonna build this house with all these beautiful pictures, and then when it come out that it's not true, you like the laughing stock of everybody. Why? Because you put all this fake business out there that was never gonna be held up. Be you, be true. How do you do it? I mean, that's the quick answer. The long answer is, this is what we help women to do in Before Boaz. This is the challenge also that I say with women when we only want to listen to men coaches, okay? It's important to hear from men. You've heard us have men right here in this same venue. But a man can tell you what, and a man can tell you why we would need to do what we need to do. A man cannot tell you how because he ain't never worked raw.
There it is.
What and why, but not how. The lack of information is not your problem. You could Google your way to success. The problem is a lack of implementation, having accountability, and having someone to guide you along the way. And that is what we provide for women who are ready to take that step. You're welcome into our community of like-minded women who refuse to do anything but elevate. Ambitious women who just want to love on each other, who will go against the grain that women can't get along. We're here. We support each other. We laugh together. We cry together. We make money together. We support each other. We rise and thrive together. That's what we do because we want to actually have a transformation. We want to get to the next level and then 3 levels after that. We're not out here just writing ebooks so you can go read them and get more information and then 3 months later be right where you are. Like, it's another page with an ebook for you somewhere. Go click and get it for $25. That is not going to change your life. Because if you could change your life, knowing what you know and doing what you do,
you would already have done it by now.
So that is what we have in our community. It's what we curate. Our first live session of this cohort is Thursday. If you know you belong in it, slap the link in my bio right now and stop playing. I don't have time for this. I want to help as many women as possible really level up. But the problem is you. You won't invest in you. And honey, if you won't invest in yourself, miss me asking why he won't invest in you.
Done. That one.
Let the church say amen. She said, you better say it because it happens all day, every day. I remember when you typed that. Absolutely. So we hope you have enjoyed us being back. We've enjoyed you all. If you have enjoyed this, drop some hearts, drop in comments, let us know. And if you would like us to address anything in the future, please drop in comment and let us know. You can always DM me. The next time we will be shifting and doing this on Sundays, live at 5 Eastern. That's going to be our new time. Because the ladies in Before Boaz stole our other time, y'all. They said that's when they wanted their sessions to be. So we had to give it to the ladies. And if you're new here and you don't know what Before Boaz is, because that is a possibility. Before Boaz is our finishing school for wives in waiting and brides debating divorce. So we help singles who have not taken that step to understand what marriage really requires, but to know and love self before they try to love anybody else. And we help brides understand what it is that they probably didn't get in premarital counseling, because y'all don't get me started on that again, and what families likely have not passed down. So we offer a very unique hybrid one-to-one monthly and group coaching experience where ladies level up in life, love, and money. And we're fire. Don't get me wrong. The girl is skilled and Erica is clearly anointed. However, it's not just us. We work with the power of 7. There are 7 power pack coaches that you work with within Before Boaz, so you level up, starting with our wealth planner, who teaches you banking strategies and investment strategies. You're a year-long member into his private and exclusive program. We work with Layered and Liberté here on IG. She's the personal stylist for all the ladies in Before Boaz. We work with Egyptian Fit. She's the flexibility and stretch coach for all the ladies in Before Boaz. We work with CDD Interiors, but you know, we call her Nene, the Real Housewife of Atlanta. And she is our interior design and organization. Don't sleep on the organization coach to make sure that your home has the look of luxury without breaking the bank. And I never would forget. I don't know why I always mention her last, because I definitely don't love her least. Is Ask Goody, baby. Goody is resident sex educator, and she teaches us the erotic fitness courses so we can show up confidently. What is it? We show up with confidence, control, and stamina in the bedroom. So we know I'm a little extra than everybody else out here. I don't need to act like I'm orange, baby, if I'm yellow. If you missed the beginning of the live, you don't know what I'm talking about. But if you were here, boo, you know. So we offer all of that in Before Boaz. It's all included, and we are taking off on the journey. This cohort is kicking off as a group this Thursday, but many of the ladies have already had their one-to-one session for this month. So we are on fire. We're obsessed with helping ladies transform and level up in life, love, and money. And if you know that you are being called to another level and you're looking for some authentic women in whose circle you can be a safe space, safe, not catty, not fake. We're here for the real. And if that's what you're looking for, then we would love to work with you. Also, I ain't gonna say that now. I'm gonna hold that. The idea at the end. But I will say, I'll mention again, if you are like, you know what, I love what y'all are offering. And another part is that I really want to know how to start a business, but I don't know how to do it. And these business coaches out here be shaming us for having a 9-to-5. That's not our life. We do not shame you for having a 9-to-5. The girl started everything you see while I was working a 9-to-5. So therefore, why would I go shame a 9-to-5? But I do also believe that one of the great tools for wealth is to have a business, and it offers you the flexibility to work from home if and when you do have children and you just don't want to go out the home. So if that's something that you're interested in, you do automatically have access to the Sheepreneur Success Society, where we teach you how to start and grow a profitable business. So you come into Before Boaz to level up in every area of life, and we do our best to make sure you do just that. So if you ain't slapped the link in my bio yet, I don't really know what's wrong with you, but you know.
I'm gonna check it.
you know, everybody's not ready for that elevation. You know, everybody ain't ready. And then yeah, we do get you ready. Well, but you have to come ready to be committed though. Like, if you come with that energy, we're gonna do all that God has empowered to do to get you from point A to point Z. Okay, like we really take you all the way down. But if not, that's fine. And I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I'm gonna be out. The fellas understand what we're offering here. Okay, they hear what we're saying, and they're like, when do they graduate? Like, we have men asking us when they can get at the ladies in Before Boaz. Okay, because see, this is what I'm talking about. They do not want a liability. They want an asset. They want a woman who already has the understanding of what it takes to respect a man, talk like you respect him, treat him like he's a man, not a boy. Understand that nobody is perfect, but bring your best self when you're going to have the expectation of the same from him. I couldn't tell you how many women out here don't even have those basic understandings. Okay. So they know if they come through us, they're at least starting off ahead. Right? It's better than swiping on Tinder. So by no means are we madams though. Okay. That ain't what we call to do. That ain't it. But we understand. And so that's why we encourage you ladies, please, if you know that you are being moved into a new season, follow that. Move. That's all I got for America. That's it. We got to go.
Yes, it was over for me. When you said if you invest in yourself, how do you expect a man to do it? I was off the live after that.
That was like 15 minutes ago, Lord.
I was like that. I'm done.
And so we'll end on that note. If you won't invest in yourself, please miss us asking us why they won't invest in you or why they don't see value in you. They're looking at you the same way you're looking at yourself. Like you
Off the live. I'm off the live. Bye.
cheap plasticware, not fine china. Hang in there.
I love y'all. We love y'all. We will see y'all next week.
Ah.